Hello, my name is Sean Fawcett. I'm a counselor in the Career Center at San Diego Mesa College. Today, we're going to talk about the services that we provide to students on our campus, as well as look at career exploration resources and online tools that students can utilize in order to explore different options within the computer science field. So the ultimate plan, as many students can attest to, is that you're here on campus in order to take classes so that you're able to learn a new skill, hopefully passing those classes with the intention of being able to graduate in a timely manner, and then working towards that ultimate goal of finding a job. Here at Mesa College's Career Center, we have a vision that allows you to empower students to define and execute a unique and career life vision. We have many services that can help you along your path. First and foremost, students can meet one-on-one for personal career counseling. You can contact our office in order to schedule an hour-long appointment to meet with a counselor. We also allow drop-ins for about 15 or 20 minutes if you just have a short question to run by a counselor. We talk with students about major exploration assistance. We review and interpret personality and career assessments. So if you're not quite sure what you want to do with your career, we can help you identify what your interests and your skill sets are to help you find the best pathway to help you maximize your potential. We also host several career workshops throughout the semester, as well as job and internship board. We have a program called the Job Network, which allows you to search and find both part-time, full-time, and internship opportunities, which I'll talk a little bit more about here. We also host job fairs both in the fall and the spring semester, as well as bring different local employers onto our campus, so that way you can interact with industry professionals and learn from people that are working in your field. You can also meet with a counselor for resume and cover letter reviews. We also have a new program called the Career Peer Ambassadors, which is a group of current Mesa students that have been trained in order to work directly with students in helping you review your resumes and help with career exploration and job search strategies. We have plenty of career exploration tools that we can help you utilize, as well as if you're ready for that interview, to help you going through and prepping for it, planning a mock interview, making sure that you feel confident and are able to articulate your value to a company. If you do have an interview coming up or a professional event, you should visit the stand. We offer free professional clothing to students. And lastly, students can visit our center in order to use our computers in order to research jobs, write your resumes, or anything for career purposes. This is an example of some of our upcoming events and workshops that we have for this semester. Our dates and times will change each semester, so you want to make sure that you take a look at our website or visit our center for more information. You can see that we'll be hosting a job and internship search workshop, resumes, interviews, social media, and then, as I mentioned previously, we have a fall job fair upcoming. Students can visit our Career Center website or visit us in person or over the phone in order to reserve a space for one of these events. If you do come in person, we're on the 3rd floor of the Student Services building in I-4306. I'm going to take you briefly to our Career Center website so you can take a look and find out how to visit our website and also see all the resources that we have available. So if you visit the San Diego Mesa College main website and you click under Student Services, you'll be able to click on the Career Center link, and this will take you to our main homepage. On this homepage, you'll be able to see our contact information. So you can see our phone number, our email address, as well as our hours. One cool thing that students can do as well is sign up for text messages that the Career Center sends out with important information about job opportunities or special events that we're hosting on campus. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see our wonderful Career Center staff who are always able and willing to help you in any sort of career capacity. So career planning is so important. You are here for a reason, mostly to attend classes, to be able to learn new skills and to help you find a job that allows you to have a livable wage and opportunities for growth in the future. So this portion is so important for you to first and foremost self-reflect and do assessments to identify what your strengths, your interests, your values are in identifying that career goal. It's also important for you to do career exploration and research to identify what opportunities might be out there. Many times we hear about the top 10 careers or majors that students pursue, but there's so many different options out there, so you want to make sure that you create awareness of what might be the best fit for you. Once you've done that research, it's really about making a decision and then planning your goals. And then while you're here at Mesa, it's so important for you to participate in work-based learning activities so that you can gain experience. So that might be through informational interviews or job shadows, internships, work experience. All of that will help you be successful as a student here at Mesa. And then most importantly, once you graduate and move on. And then most importantly, you'll also want to implement those plans so you hold yourself accountable. So maybe setting specific timeframes of when you're going to accomplish certain tasks. Some benefits of career planning. So first and foremost, be able to determine your career goal, and then that will dictate what your educational goals and objectives might be. So what type of degree or certificate is required in order to get into that profession, what major is needed, and then that will dictate your educational plan. So what type of general ed pattern are you going to follow, if there's any major specific courses that you would need. This career planning also helps you identify colleges to apply to. So this is especially important if you're looking to transfer onto a four-year university to earn your bachelor's degree. As I mentioned, within career planning, it's also so important for you to gain experience and build your skill set. So that way, when you're moving on from Mesa, you have made yourself competitive within the labor market. And it's so important to start all of this process in the career planning very early. This is a list of the top 10 skills that will be in demand by 2020 from monster.com. So take a moment to review these and do some self-reflection to see where are you as far as meeting any of these skills. You can see problem solving, critical thinking, being creative, people management, so communication skills is going to be a big factor for most companies. And all of these skills are going to be transferable. So whether you, within computer science, decide to go into programming versus web development or another capacity, these are all going to be helpful for you in succeeding within your career path. And so if you don't feel that you're quite at your top peak within any of these skill sets, this is the perfect time for you to build those skills while you're here in college. So that may mean taking a class, doing a group project, maybe a research opportunity, but also gaining industry-specific experience. So internships, work experience. So that way you're able to develop these skills and again, make yourself competitive within the labor market once you're looking for that full-time position. So when you're doing career exploration, it's very important for you to target your professional objective. So even if you don't know the specific career that you're wanting to go into, maybe looking at the industry, and then more specific, what type of position, what type of organization do you want to work for? Is it a small company or a large company? Where is that company located? Is it here in San Diego? Is it in Northern California? Are you interested in moving out of state? What are your values and goals in finding a position? Are you looking for a company or a position that allows you to be financially stable? Is it a company that allows you to do something that you love and you're passionate about? Is it maybe have flexible hours? So it's important for you to think about those things along with what the work environment looks like to make sure that those align with what that career goal looks like. What type of clients or customers are you working with? And then also, again, doing self-reflection. What type of skills do you have and the background that you're coming with? So again, that it's a match to allow you to maximize your potential within that position. What type of responsibility are you looking for? And most importantly, career advancement opportunities. When you find a career goal, typically you enter the industry or the profession at an entry-level position, but you always want to think about what are your opportunities in the future. 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, are you going to be in that same position, or are you going to have opportunities for growth and professional development? The most important thing within career exploration is doing research and self-reflection. You really want to create awareness of what opportunities exist within your industry, within your market. Don't limit yourself to just the main careers that you've heard about within your industry. There's so many opportunities, not only within the typical tech field for computer science, but also other realms. So if you're passionate about the environment, maybe you can combine both the computer science component with that industry. It's also important for you to understand your own skill sets, what tasks are going to be responsible for a career, the type of work environment associated with that profession. So whether you're going to be working inside or outside, if you're going to be on a computer for 8 hours a day, or if you're going to have a little bit of break in your schedule, what are you looking for in order for you, again, to match your skills and allow you to excel within that role? All of this research will allow you to make an informed decision, so that way you can choose the best career path for you. Some of these list websites here are career exploration tools and resources that you can utilize online that will help you with the exploration process. So I'm going to show you a few of these, but you'll have access to this PowerPoint, so you can always reference them for yourself. So first and foremost is California Career Zone. So this is a website that's very user-friendly for students. I like it because it has several free personality assessments. So those that are looking at your personality, those that looks at your specific interests as far as how it relates to the world of work, what skills do you have and how do those transition into an occupation, and what's important to you in finding a job. So if you go back to the main page, it also allows you to explore by industry sector. So if you know that you're interested in working in a particular field, you can click on that industry sector. So we'll look at information and communication technology. And then here, it'll give you a list of all occupations that fall within this category. So you can see at the top, they'll show about total annual openings, recent graduates within this field, and then also the average wage. You can also view by highest paying category, fastest growing. So those are going to be occupations that have been projected to have rapid growth within the next few years. And then also those that offer most employment. So also here, it'll show different pathways that you can pursue. So whether it be software development, information systems, networking, et cetera, and it'll kind of give you an overview of the breakdown within the industry. So let's take a look at one position. It'll show you Computer and Information Systems Manager. There is usually a video of someone that is working in that profession to kind of give you an overview of their day-to-day tasks and their role within a company. It'll give you an overview of the job, as well as this section here talks about different synonyms that you might find within the industry. So not every company will call it an information systems manager. It may come across as technical services manager, or a systems engineering manager, a project manager, et cetera. It's really important for you to know that information, not only when you're doing career exploration, so that way you can expand your research, but most importantly, when you look to apply for jobs. You want to make sure that you're familiar with the synonyms or the terminology across the industry, so that way you can expand your search and be eligible to apply for multiple positions. If you scroll down, it'll give you more information about what you do on the day-to-day, job outlook, the preparation that's required, and then industries that you might be employed with, as well as similar occupations. Next up is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Occupational Outlook Handbook. This is a really great website. It's designed by the U.S. Department of Labor. It will give you an A through Z index, so you can search for thousands of jobs in here, pretty much every position that you can think of. On the left-hand side, you can also search by occupation group. So if you click on Computer and Information Technology, this is a great tool because it really gives you an overall summary of many of the main positions that fall within the computer science industry. So you can do a brief comparison of programming versus a support specialist versus a database administrator, and with a brief synopsis of what you might do within that role. It'll also give you the entry-level education and then the median pay for that particular role. If you click on one, it again will be very similar to California Career Zone, but in a little bit different format. There is a video, usually of someone that's working in that profession. It talks about what you would do on a day-to-day basis within this field. Sometimes it'll also list specific specializations. So if you're working on a certain software solution or within a particular industry, there may be certain specializations. Work environment, as well as work schedule. So what type of company or industry are you working in? Most importantly, how to become one. So what type of education is required? Is it a certificate or an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, or higher? What does that look like as far as major? And then most importantly, if there's any sort of licensure, certification, training that is required in order to get into this field. You can also review the pay, as well as job outlook to make sure that this is a good opportunity for you in the future. You can also break down that information by state and region, as well as look at similar occupations if that wasn't the best fit for you. If you go back to the main page, you're also able to search by highest paying, fastest growing, or new jobs that are projected to do well within the future. So this is a really great tool for students, so I highly suggest taking a look at this. Next, we have Ownit Online. This again is going to be a similar format in the sense that you can search by different industries or career clusters. You can also search by Bright Outlook, which are positions that have been projected to have rapid growth within the next few years. You can also search under here by particular skills or interests, work values. So this is really important if you know that you're exceeding or excelling within a particular skill set and you want to choose a profession that fine-tunes that skill, this would be a great tool for you. You can also go under Ownit sites and click on My Next Move. And again, you can browse by industry sector, so same kind of concept as before. Or you can, if you're not quite sure what you want to do at this moment, you can click on Start. And this will take you to the Ownit Interest Profiler, which will be a series of questions. It's about 50 to 60 questions. It's very quick, but it asks you about different tasks and your interest in those tasks and how they relate to the world of work. So basically we'll give you a task and you have to say you either like it or dislike it. Based off your answers, it'll populate a list of job industries as well as specific occupations that might be a good fit for you based off your interest level. Lastly, this website here is called roadtripnation.com. This is a company that owns an RV, as you see here, and they hire college students to be able to travel around the country on a road trip, to be able to interview people that work in all sorts of different occupations. So if you click under Career Exploration and you click on a roadmap, this allows you to define your roadmap. So you can see here, this has asked what lights you up at your core. So what gets you most excited within life? What do you love to do? So maybe it would be problem solving. And then the next category asks what interests you most. So what gets you very excited within life? Or what are you interested in? And so you might want to say technology, and then maybe you're interested in art. And so once you select those, this website will populate a list of different people that work in all sorts of different professions. And so then you can review and listen to each of their interviews. So you can see here, based off categories in problem solving, those related to technology and art, there are professions in the director of photography for Pixar Animation Studios, a vice president of product and marketing, someone that works for IBM and Microsoft, all sorts of chief security officer, all sorts of different professions. I really like this website for a few reasons. First and foremost, it's done by students for students. So it's coming from a bit of a younger perspective, and the students typically ask in the interviews questions that you as students are most interested in. The other reason I like it is it has you thinking about jobs that are a little bit outside the box. So not your standard professions that you commonly see, that you hear about in your classes or talked about in society. So it has you kind of imagine all different possibilities that you could go in. The other cool thing is that the videos or the interviews themselves are about an hour long, but they do break them up into shorter highlights. So you don't feel like you have to watch the full thing, but you can if you want. So I hope that was helpful in showing you some online career exploration resources. This is just a handful of some of the options and resources that we provide at the Career Center to get you started, but you can always come again and meet with a counselor one-on-one for some assistance with utilizing these tools. As you go through and do career exploration, the internet is wonderful for this. We are so blessed to have an opportunity to be able to have all this information at our fingertips, but sometimes it can get a little overwhelming. So what I would suggest is trying to be organized within your exploration process. So either have a notebook or use an Excel document or a Google spreadsheet. As you come across an occupation that you're interested in, I would suggest putting it on a spreadsheet. So, include the name of the title of the position, what type of education is required, common majors that you can pursue. So you can see here in this example, it shows computer programmer, as well as a forensic computer analyst. You can also list information that you like about the work environment, what you feel would be a good fit as far as daily tasks, what interests you about the job, why do you think it matches with your skill set. And then I also suggest doing a column regarding your dislikes or things that make you a little bit nervous about the occupation. The reason I suggest doing it and being organized in this fashion is because it allows you to see the bigger picture a little bit easier as opposed to just randomly searching for positions. It also makes it a lot easier for you to narrow down. So maybe you thought that you were always going to be a computer programmer, and then you came across a position as a forensic computer analyst, and you realize that that actually is a better fit for you. It actually has a bit higher job outlook. So you determine that this might be a best fit for you. As you go through and you are doing career exploration, I'd suggest make sure that you continuously narrow down. Once you get to maybe about 3 to 5 positions that you're interested in, at that point, that's when it would be best if you do work-based learning activities. So going and meeting an industry professional for an informational interview or doing a job shadow. And then once you identify what that career goal looks like, gaining the skills that you need to enter the field. So doing work experience and internships, service learning opportunities. Anything that you can do in order to expand your skill set and your experiences. So now you're a student at Mesa, what can you do while you're in college in order to move forward within your career development process? So as we talked about, identify what that career goal looks like and continue working on that educational plan that works towards meeting that goal. You can do job shadows and informational interviews. You can do part-time jobs or internships. service learning, you can go and gain leadership experience, you can join the honors program or student organizations. All of these things are going to help you gain transferable skills to become a competitive candidate within the labor market. Building experience is so important, and that is the bulk of what you would include on your resume. So you want to seek out an internship within your field, either paid or unpaid. You can volunteer for a company. I also suggest joining a professional student organization or a professional organization for your industry. These are a great networking opportunity so you can meet people that are within your field. This is also a prime opportunity for you to join as a student. Most organizations typically have either a reduced or a free student membership. So I highly suggest that you get involved now if you haven't already done so. You also want to expand your network. So through that professional association, you can also conduct informational interviews. You can do job shadowing, which essentially informational interviews allows you to meet with someone that's doing the job that you're interested in, to ask questions, you know, what they like about their job, what don't they like, what type of education do they have, what can you be doing now as a student to help you set yourself up for success. You can job shadow, which allows you to actually follow someone along on their day as they do their individual occupation. You can find a mentor. All of these things are so important in expanding your network, as 80% of jobs are found by referral. So this is not only helpful to get your foot in the door, but also for advancement opportunities. Many positions are filled through networking. It's important for you to stand out in the job market and figure out how you're going to do that. So creating a personal brand, what are you known for? What do you have to offer that's of value for an employer? And what are you going to bring to that company to make that department even better? You can do that through a variety of things, but essentially creating that brand that shows your professional image. That's inclusive of your online presence, your elevator pitch, and your presence within an interview, and also showcasing yourself, your skills, your experiences within your resume and your cover letter. You can also highlight your personal brand online. If you haven't already done so, I'd highly suggest creating a LinkedIn account. This is probably the largest professional network that's on the internet. If you are not quite sure how to create a LinkedIn account or how to use it, I highly suggest that you attend a LinkedIn and social media workshop at the Career Center. You can also highlight your personal brand on a variety of other social media accounts, but some of them are more appropriate for business than others. So LinkedIn, Google+, there's a few others as well. But you just want to remember to keep everything professional, as online is going to be viewed by employers pretty much within any industry. You also want to stand out through your resume. So this is a brief self-marketing sales tool that's going to highlight your education, your background, your skills and experiences. It's essentially used to get your foot in the door, and pretty much every company is going to require it. You want to make sure that the resume is clean and organized and needs to shout "hire me" and not "file me." Some tips for writing a resume: you want to research the company, identify which format would be the best fit for you and your experiences, whether that be chronological, functional, or a combination of the two. What type of resume? Is it going to be a paper submission or a video? How to tailor your resume for every position that you apply for. Know what content to include, and then also how to be professional. So all of this information and these tips will be covered in a resume workshop at the Career Center. So if you haven't written a resume or you need to update yours to look for that job or internship, I highly encourage you to attend. You can also meet one-on-one with a career counselor to review your resume, or meet with one of our career peer ambassadors at a career tent that are in various locations throughout campus. We'll review your resume for spelling errors, content, the formatting to make sure that it's very clean and easy to read, to visually show your experiences as well as show your value and what you would bring to a company. So now that you've gone through and you've done self-assessment and reflection, you've done research and career exploration to identify what that job and career goal looks like, and you've set yourself up for success because you've attended our workshops here in the Career Center, it's important for you to know how to find the right job. So I'll show you a few resources on here of where you can utilize these online resources, but you can also attend a job and internship search workshop here at the Career Center for more information. So first and foremost, you can visit our job network online, which I'll show you on our Career Center website. You can also visit our fall and spring job fairs, as well as review our website to see which employers will be on our campus within that semester. You can also visit and join a professional association. If you take a look on the job boards, pretty much every professional association will have some sort of employer search tool. So you can take a look because most companies that are a part of that association will post positions on there. You can also target specific industry employers. So if you know that you want to work for a particular company, you can take a look at their website. You can reach out to employees that work for that company, maybe through LinkedIn or another social media account. And then the generic internet job search sites are always a great tool as well. So we'll go visit our job network on our Mesa College Career site. So if you go to the main Career Center page, you'll click on Jobs and Internships, and you'll see here the first thing that will populate is our job network. So this is a really great tool for students to utilize. If you click on Students, it'll allow you to create an account using your CSID. So once you log in, you'll be able to search for My School's jobs. Those are actually local companies that have contacted Mesa College Career Center and asked to hire Mesa students. So we post specifically to that site. So these are employers that are wanting to hire you. You can also search the General Job Central Network, which basically pulls all postings from every major national job board, Indeed and Monster, etc. And then you can also search for internship positions specifically, again, same process that pulls from all sorts of national job boards. So if you search for My School's jobs, you can look for a particular industry. So if we look under Computer and Information Sciences, you can view jobs by major, and then it'll give you a couple of different positions that are posted. Again, these are just specific jobs from local companies, but you can take a look at all of the national job boards as well, and it'll give you much more expansive positions. So once you have done the career exploration, you've identified the specific position that you're applying for, and then you've gotten a callback for an interview. You want to make sure that you're preparing yourself for success. This is an opportunity for you to sell yourself and all of your skills and experiences and the value that you bring to this company, why you are the right choice for this job, and how you'll be an asset to that particular department. You want to show that you're qualified and take stock of yourself in preparation for the interview. So most importantly, prepare, prepare, prepare. And you can do that by attending an interview skills workshop, or you can schedule an appointment to do a mock interview with a career counselor in our office. This is so important. We want to make sure that you're preparing yourself so that you feel confident, that you understand your skills and your value, and then most importantly, that you're able to articulate those things when you go into an interview. So if you have an upcoming interview or some other professional event, then you want to dress for success. If you need professional clothing, you can visit the stand on the second floor of Student Services. This department offers free food and professional clothing to all of our Mesa College students. So it's a really great resource. So next steps, what you can do to prepare yourself while at Mesa College. First and foremost is get involved. You want to participate in your classes, do group projects, research opportunities, join a student organization or leadership, gain experience through internships or work experience, go on field trips to workplace tours, whatever you can do to get involved and gain experience. You want to build your resume and grow your network, as well as conduct that career research. It's never too early to start that process. And you also want to continuously practice your interview skills. As I mentioned previously, doing informational interviews or job shadows so that you can connect with industry professionals is always just going to expand your network. And you'll always want to be ready to meet someone that's working within your field. So I recommend always practicing your elevator pitch so that way you're ready and you know what your background is and your skill sets are. So you're keeping your opportunities open for anything that comes your way. So in order to get yourself started on all of these, the career development process, I really recommend that you visit the San Diego Mesa College Career Center. As I talked about previously, these are all the services that we can provide for you. And we are hoping to see you soon, either through a drop-in or an appointment scheduled. Take a look at our Mesa College website, the Career Center website, so you can take a look to see what upcoming events are happening. And again, you can reserve a space for any workshops or event online, via phone, or in person through our office. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at this information below, but you will have access to this PowerPoint for your future reference and also to access any of the career exploration tools we provided. But we hope to see you soon and enjoy the rest of your semester.